Hey guys, me,
So my cohort, whose name is Strange, isn't here to make a bunch of stupid jokes this time, so I'm just going to showcase the build and leave out all the editing. If you've seen our previous video, you'll know that I built Firelink Shrine, seen here. I now added the Undead Burg. I wanted to just build the Undead Burg, but I also wanted it to look legit. Well, the Undead Burg basically sits on top of the lower Undead Burg, so in order to build the Undead Burg correctly, I also had to build the lower Undead Burg, which is bullcrap. I had no intention of building the lower Undead Burg, or the Taurus Demon Arena for that matter, but this area is so interconnected that I had to. And I mean, now I'm glad I did because I think it looked great. I've literally been sitting on my couch for like 4 days going back and forth between Minecraft and Dark Souls, drinking a crap ton of Mountain Dew, getting headaches. A lot of headaches. I listened to a lot of like Dance Gavin Dance, Belmont, Sometimes a Man, and a lot of Final Fantasy music, namely 789. Anyways, I'm probably going to put the world file up somewhere for download. I don't actually know where people go to download worlds, which shows how much I actually play this game. So let us know where the best places are, and eventually we will link it in the description. Anyway, here it is. Alright, let's go on a little adventure. It actually all kind of fell together very well as far as placement of everything goes. It all tied in close to how it's supposed to. Man, what to say? There's so much to say, yet really nothing to say. I've tried to be as faithful as I could to the actual game by adding all the little secrets, all the little tips, all the little rooms. I clearly did not furbish everything, but you know, little details like that, how you can see through the floor. You know, I used the fence instead of planks so you could actually kind of see through. Really, I should probably have put grass down there. Blank rooms. All these little these little dingleberry people just hanging on to the sides. I like to sit up there and snipe them down just to watch them fall. Yeah, doing this really showed me the placement of you know, all the different areas. Like, that's the Capra Demon right there. That's his boss arena. It is right behind this bridge. And it's kind of neat to see how that all ties in together and where it fits location-wise. Yeah, this room there in the actual game. Yeah, I had to destroy half my wall and my mountain because I found out that the wall just stops right here. Just stops. It just stops. I didn't want to do it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much that I have to destroy. And I did most of that today and yesterday. I spent a lot of my time today building mountains. Freaking hate doing mountains. I cannot stand it. I made sure that you really couldn't do this jump, because in the game, they really don't let you. I mean, I guess technically if you're really good, you could probably somehow get on there and parkour your way across. I made it difficult just to be a jerk. Anyway, Red Dragon, you know, he lands right there, flies up. Come up here. These two guys, which I'm sure gave a lot of first-time players trouble because they didn't understand the kick function. That's where the little crackhead Carl sits selling his wares. There should be some junk right there, a shelf or something. Crazy axe guy comes at you. And it connects here. Brings you to the top of the roof where you can make the jump into that room. And again, it all fit together very well. I was surprised. Get your shield there. Yeah. Shut the doors behind you, so I'm not a degenerate. The bonfire, where I'm sure many a first-time player spent a lot of time. I know I did. When I first played this game, I actually sat and farmed souls because I thought that was a thing you had to do. See, this is what I'm talking about, like the little secrets and things. You know, in the actual game, you can jump down there and get the Tearstone ring. You know? The barrels, I didn't really go through accentuating or whatever everything with like the barrels and the trash, as you've already seen, but I gotta say I threw some barrels in a couple of these places and I think it looks fantastic. You know, you even got like this little heck yeah, see a little spot right here that I just utterly missed. So the way I built these, I should say, is I've sat here on my laptop, and I've had my PS4 opened up, and I just look back and forth between Minecraft and Dark Souls. And that's how I've done this. I've just sat here looking back and forth, and I gotta say, you really, trying to build something like this in Minecraft, you learn a lot of the little details. Yeah, Black Knight hanging out down there. Then you can come back here and get whatever. I don't think there was anything back there. Anyway, see, even got this little area. Come onto this ledge and you can make your jump down there. This is where this a-hole kicks that barrel at you. There's the break in the fence where you can accidentally fall if you're not careful. No havels here. Yeah, screw that. I'm not building Darkroot Basin or the garden or any of that. Hate trees too. Those in mountains are just the worst. Kill it! I like this. I like this a lot. I like putting this rubble down. I think it looks really good. Really shows off. I saw another video where they used the spiderweb to make the fog gate. I think that's awesome. And there you are. There's the Taurus Demon Arena. Ladder going up. And essentially, you know, that's the Burg. That's the Undead Burg. All these little places you can fall off if you're not careful. There's part of the freaking mountain that I've been building all freaking day. So one of the things I learned real quick is the main gate, the main wall I built it wrong. Oh my god, I'm a degenerate. Left that door open. That wall, the big one, it's actually not supposed to be much bigger than that house. You know, it's probably like 10 foot, 20 foot taller than that house, which that's way too big. You could take a quarter off of that wall. So yeah, I wasted way too much time and effort building that wall. It's way too big. Here's where you meet Solaire, everyone's favorite. I personally never cared about it. Sacrilege! Kill him! Yeah, I never cared for Solaire's positivity. I just don't care. Here's the Dragon Bridge, which, no. Like, that just leads to a huge, stupidly massive castle. It ain't getting built. This is where you would come if you can't get past the dragon. This, of course, leads to one of the greatest things about the game, which is the shortcut back to a very relevant bonfire. I feel like in Dark Souls 3 there was a lot of shortcuts that really was like I don't have a reason to go back here. You know what I mean? They would lead you back, and the world interconnected on itself, sort of in a meaningless way a lot of the times, especially in like the Crucifixion Woods and stuff. Quick, someone put in a Metal Gear Solid 3 joke. What a thrill. Let's go ahead and set the time. So real quick, we're gonna run up these steps. As you can see, you can fall to your death. I tried to pull the buildings down, as in build that real low, so that it at least kind of gave off the illusion of being depth. And there you are. I thought this was a really good shortcut too. Speaking of shortcuts. Missed. So here is where everyone's introduced to their favorite enemy, the dogs. Yeah, got the fire, neat little fire. I had no intention of building this at all. I just wanted to build the Undead Burg. But I was like, man, I can't just like build this room and then bring it down. I can't just build that and bring it down because, you know, this sits by that, and that's it. Really, a lot of spots just sort of interconnected, especially the secret areas, and it felt kind of cheap to show all the accesses to the lower Undead Burg, like the steps there and the ladder, and then just not add that. It felt cheap. So I was like, man, I feel like I gotta do it. I'm glad I did. I think this looks fantastic. Anyways, here's where you can find that sorcerer guy stuck in a barrel or whatever. Or he's locked in the room. You gotta have the residence key. Weird kind of sewer area with the little flamey guys. That's where all these freaking crackheads come out trying to shank you and rob you. This little area where even more crackheads come out. Remember the world code? Remember that? We're not going to go in there yet. We're going to go to the last shortcut. This little area. Yeah. That would lead to the depths, but we ain't doing that. This came out actually pretty good. I'm usually not very... I'm getting better at building circular things. You know, there's a little scaffolding where this guy sits where you just kick him off. And it's a shame that he doesn't die. Here's where you meet a crackhead Carla. And we are back here. All the way back at the beginning. So it really does tie in very well. It worked out really good. I got lucky. And I didn't even have to like try different builds. I just started building and it all worked. When I first tried Firelink Shrine, I started building it, the file got erased, so or corrupted or some crap like that, and so I had to rebuild it, and that's why I already knew most of the layout. I was familiar with it. This, I just started and went with it, and it all worked out stupid well. Here's the best boss arena in the game. Got trees that can't see crap and two stupid dogs. You don't have nearly enough room. Man, this is what Dark Souls is all about. Come up here and try to jump attack or plunge attack and all that. But there it is. It's the lower Undead Burg, along with the Undead Burg along with mountains and mountains and mountains. I think, man, it looks so good, looks so grand. Yeah, tell us where the best site is, or sites are, to put the world file. We'll throw it up there. Yeah, I didn't finish those mountains. Screw that. I didn't pull them down on the backside to make it look good, like I did when I built the Firelink Shrine. I don't care. It's too much. It's too much.